the bell sounds to end round number 6.
U.S. gold medalist Mia Hamm spends 90 minutes.
6, you'll see the mouthpiece come out from Calvin Grove. From Gatti, pardon me, on the right hand from Calvin Grove. And Gilly's been very effective with that right throughout the fight.
Well, again, Tim, he more or less suckers Gatti into it because he allows Gatti to be aggressive. Gives the impression that he's running, and then all of a sudden he'll just stop and wing that right hand. And boy, it has been effective.
Well, I've got it tied at 3 rounds apiece here at this point into the 7th. The way I see it, Gilly, you with me or against me here?
No, I have Gatti slightly ahead, Tim, because of his aggressiveness and the fact that his work ethic. He's throwing a lot more punches than Calvin Grove. Basically the difference.
Round 7 scheduled for 10, a non-title lightweight fight over the weight for the junior lightweight champion Gatti. Again, Joe Souza doing a good job on that cut of Gatti's between rounds. Has it closed at the moment. And likewise in the Grove corner, not much blood from that cut under his left eye.
Again, Grove is fighting with his left hand down around his knee, Tim. And then he'll bring it up as he just did then to land that left jab.
Calvin Grove has been willing to wing when necessary, slugging with the slugger. And he gets a warning for low blows from Brian Amelia. Now there's blood from that cut on the face of Grove, but he lands another right hand. Gatti trying to find the range with the jab again. It's such an effective jab when he does get there, but Grove is a lot harder to hit than most of the guys he's faced.
And again, he's threatening with that right hand, Grove. You just can't walk into it.
Gatti's best victories are coming twice against Tracy Patterson, Pete Tolliver, Jose Sanabria, Wilson Rodriguez, one we showed you a clip of before the fight that he had to get off the floor to win that battle.
Down twice in that battle.
But Grove comparatively has been in with much higher caliber of competition. And he's giving Gatti a look at that level of boxing in this fight.
Yeah, both fighters' mouths are wide open now, Tim. This has been a grueling fight. Again, you think you favor the younger guy, but Grove is showing a lot.
Grove, as we said at the outset, a real professional, along with Gatti. There's a solid left jab that caught Grove off balance. Under 30 seconds we go. Two well-conditioned fighters showing that kind of work, preparing for a big fight.
What the hell? There was a move I never saw before.
Final seconds of round number 7.
That's a very ugly dandelion. If you're going to find a dandelion...
Well, we are back for round number 8, but there will be no round 8. Calvin Grove unable to continue. They're trying to read his lips. We'll certainly go in and ask him directly. It sounded as though he was telling his corner he couldn't see. Now remember, that cut is underneath the left eye, but it may have had some impact. There's a doctor giving him a test. The doctor came up. Grove apparently said he couldn't see, was unable to come out for the 8th round, and so Arturo Gatti will be the winner. A TKO, but Arturo Gatti knows full well he has been in a real brawl against a game and talented veteran Calvin Grove. And we'll be back with the official announcement of this fight in just a moment.
When Sports Cream.
We're back live in Atlantic City, and for the official announcement of the stoppage of the fight, let's go to ring announcer Ed Darien.
From Caesars, Atlantic City, New Jersey, Dr. Earl C. Shaw has advised referee Brian O'Melia to stop this bout at the end of the 7th round. And the winner by a TKO, Arturo Thunder Gatti. And how about a nice round of applause for Calvin.
Arturo Gatti and Calvin Grove.
Main Events presents more boxing action. Arturo Gatti against Cristino Suero. Here's the tale of the tape. Gatti, just 21 years of age, With his 9-1 record, he's got the height advantage and also the slight reach advantage. Gatti is a prospect. Suero is in there to give him some work. Here is the rules in the state of New Jersey. 10-point must system. Standing 8 count, 3 knockdown rule in effect. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, and only the ringside physician can step in and stop the fight. Now we'll take you up to our ring announcer, Jim Murata.
Ladies and gentlemen, the semi-final contest, 8 rounds in the junior lightweight division. Introducing first in the red corner to my left. He is wearing black trunks trimmed in white. He is from New York City, New York. He weighs in at 132 pounds. Please welcome Cristino Suero. Suero. His opponent in the blue corner to my right hails from Jersey City, New Jersey. His professional record, 9 wins, only 1 loss, 7 big knockouts. He is wearing white trunks trimmed in black, weighs in at a fit and trim, 130 pounds. Here is Arturo Gatti. Gatti, referee Earl Morton, 8 rounds of boxing.
You both got the instructions. It's understood. I want you to keep your punches up and watch your heads, okay? You touch gloves, good luck.
All right, so the instructions by referee Earl Morton, and we're set for boxing action between Arturo Gatti from Jersey City, New Jersey, and Cristino Suero out of New York City. Gatti at 9-0 with 8 knockouts. Round number 1 is underway. Gatti in the white trunks, Suero in the black trunks.
Gatti loves to start fast. We'll see if Suero has an answer for him.
Gatti was born in Canada, now residing in Jersey City, New Jersey. Likes to get busy in a hurry, does Gatti. And he starts with a ripping left to the stomach of Suero.
He also threw the right hand from outside. Looks like he's got some pretty good hand speed. We'll see if he unleashes the combinations pretty soon.
Don't forget, still to come, our main event, Tony the Punching Postman Thornton against veteran Frankie Minton. Thornton trying to put himself in position for a world title shot. See Gatti doubling and tripling with that left hand.
Goes to the body well, then right to the head. And he knows he's fighting an opponent with a losing record. He wants to go right at it. See if this opponent's been training.
What do you want, Gene?
Well, Suero turned pro in 1987, and he has 10 professional fights to show for it. 33 years of age.
I won the last one. I had the white guy.
And against a veteran fighter like that who has been up and down, you really have a chance to take away his will if you can jump on him early.
Past the midway point of this first round. It is scheduled for 8, and these are junior lightweights. The limit in that weight bracket, as Gatti is 130 and Suero 132 pounds.
And both fighters really swinging from the heel, so to speak. A good right hand by Suero. He keeps on advancing, and Gatti's been strong with the left hook to the body and to the head.
We should congratulate the Chicago Bulls as they win Game 6 in Phoenix tonight, knocking off the Suns. So Michael Jordan gets his 3rd consecutive championship. And a good series by the Suns as well.
What a pulsating series. The home team only winning 1 game.
99-98 the final score in Phoenix. So now we turn to this big week of boxing here in Atlantic City, and Arturo Gatti trying to get win number 10 in his pro career in the white trunks against Cristino Suero of New York City. Tony Thornton against Frankie Minton coming up next. We come to the end of round number 1 back in Atlantic City after this. And we begin round number 2. Arturo Gatti in the white trunks against Cristino Suero. 8 rounds in the junior lightweight division. Gatti, 21 years of age. His brother Joe Gatti is a good-looking junior middleweight prospect, and in the fall he may get a shot at IBF junior middleweight champion Gianfranco Rossi, the Fighting Gatti brothers out of Jersey City, New Jersey. And Arturo would like to stake his claim. 7 knockouts to go along with those 9 wins.
And both brothers with the same philosophy of going to the attack early. The good offense being the good defense. Suero has been pretty game so far, coming forward and trying to get to the body inside and landing an occasional right hand to the head while he times the left hand of Gatti.
Good left hand by Gatti. You know what I find curious is that Gatti has a pretty good sweat going here in round 2, and Suero is bone dry.
And it looks like he did not do enough in the dressing room to get ready. But yet, he seemed to defy that in the opening round. He moved around pretty aggressively, and he was enthusiastic about how he went after it.
Suero in the black trunks, Gatti in the white.
Gatti thinking better of that move to southpaw.
You see that Suero really telegraphs his punches, and Gatti just countered and scored easy returning. Dave, I'm surprised that Gatti has taken this cautious a route here in round number 2. It doesn't look like Suero has much to hurt him.
No, but Suero did get his attention with a good right hand in the first round and has been coming at him in such a way that perhaps would concern Gatti about a cut, because his head was leaning far forward, and sometimes a fighter will go off to the side and try to go after a different angle when that happens.
Right now, Suero playing good defense. I mean, he's just standing there and using his hands to block punches, not looking to mount any kind of offensive attack.
That will be a dangerous waiting game, though, because Gatti will jump all over that. His jab is working now, and we'll see the uppercut, too, if he gets this opportunity. Suero earned some respect in the opening round from Gatti, but he'll have to keep doing that to keep the respect up. He'll have to keep coming forward and throwing some shots.
And Suero content to just cover up, let Gatti hit him, and don't open up. Final 10 seconds of round 2 scheduled for 8. Junior lightweights, Arturo Gatti against Cristino Suero. We'll be back in Atlantic City after this timeout. And we begin round number 3 of this scheduled 8-round junior lightweight bout. Arturo Gatti in the white trunks, Cristino Suero in the black trunks, and so far Gatti is the one who has controlled the action, as Suero has just stood in front of Gatti and blocked a lot of punches.
And he's made Gatti go to the outside and make sure that the left hand is operating to set the tempo of the fight.
Is this, to this point, an unimpressive effort by Gatti, or is it just a style of Suero that it's hard to look good against?
It's an awkward style of Suero. I think that the possibility of a headbutt is concerning Gatti because of the way Suero's been coming forward, and he hasn't really taken to the attack off of that. Plus, when a fighter gets in a mode where he can land the jab and any left hand at will, it's very easy to settle into that comfort zone and not take a chance.
Just over a minute gone by in this 3rd round. I guess the best round for Gatti so far was round number 1, the early parts of the fight.
Yeah, when Suero came at him and really wanted to mix it up, but Suero lost that inertial exchange, and so he hasn't come back with that same idea. He's making Gatti miss over the top. The uppercuts ought to be there for Gatti pretty soon.
There's an uppercut, Dave, as you called, and it landed, but not as clean as Gatti would have liked.
He threw it from a longer distance than he would have liked, and that one he got in real tight.
Now, it's a knockdown. Suero was motioning like it was a low blow, but it was a left hook.
Wicked shot.
And that is it. Arturo Gatti with a wicked left hook to the body, and he stops Cristino Suero in round number 3.
Just as sudden a stoppage, because that fight had slowed to a pace where both fighters seemed content to go a long way.
And there you get a look at Arturo Gatti, and Cristino Suero. They're just holding his ribs along the right side. And let's take a look at how this one ends. The ripping left hand.
Ends in a second there as Gatti leaning into it, sizing it up, goes to the side, starts it with a jab, and then he'll rip everything into this left hook right in a good scoring spot. And it does not appear to be a knockout type of a blow. It was well thrown, but it really got a reaction out of Suero.
Well, it might have done some.
And twice against Ivan Robinson. Then, justifiably, he took several months off to rejuvenate his body. Came back August 14, 1999, against a vastly underqualified opponent named Reyes Munoz, who had been out of the ring for more than a year prior to entering against Gatti, and it was a disaster. First round knockout, and Reyes Munoz was taken to a hospital near the gambling facility in Foxwoods, Connecticut for observation. Came back in February, 6 months later. You know what happened against Gamache. You've already seen it. And just like Reyes Munoz before him, Joey Gamache was taken from being knocked out by Gatti to a hospital for observation. In those two fights, Gatti landed 74 punches, and his opponents landed only 16. They were brutal mismatches, and Arturo Gatti is still being matched that way. The man who took this fight on less than 1 week's notice, Eric Jakubowski, has been out of the ring for 384 days coming in, and it does not look good.
Well, you're right, Jim. These have been mismatches. This has gone on throughout the history of prize fighting. We just don't see these kinds of fights that often between headline fighters and tomato cans, as they are called in boxing. This is the last of such fights that are supposed to help restore Gatti after those 3 hard-fought fights, killer fights really, in '98. He's going to fight now at welterweight. He himself admits that if they had day of weigh-ins, he would have had a fight at higher weights from the start of his career, where he should have been. And they're pointing toward a possible match with Oscar De La Hoya if De La Hoya can beat Shane Mosley in June.
There were other opponents who were listed for the fight before Jakubowski. They were regarded as less qualified once put under the microscope. There's conflicting information about Jakubowski's record. In front of me, I have a piece of paper that says he's 20-6. You saw the information there, which had been given to us at HBO, 19-4. That listing said 14 KOs. I have written information that says he has only 4 KOs. One of his fights was against his brother, and this is highly questionable stuff. Now here comes Arturo Gatti, looking, as Larry Merchant said, for one more easy victory to set himself up for a possible date with Oscar De La Hoya in the fall.
In my judgment, the flap over his weight, while unfair to him, as having a beneficial result because New York and New Jersey are doing day of weigh-ins in the mornings from now on.
Well, and typical of Arturo's whole career, people are talking about Arturo Thunder Gatti. He's not the headliner on this card, but he's gotten as much ink as anybody, just as during his 3 consecutive losses on HBO, he didn't lose an ounce of his fan popularity. 31 wins, 4 losses, including those 3 in a row in 1998, 26 KOs, only 3 rounds fought since 1998, and we don't expect him to have to work too long tonight.
Here at Madison Square Garden from Panics USA Main Events and your king of beers, Budweiser, we go to the welterweight division. This bout scheduled for 10 rounds. The judges assigned at ringside, scoring on a 10-point must system, will be George Colon, Ron McNair, and Fred Ucci. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Wayne Kelly. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing silver trimmed with red and blue, and weighing in at 145 pounds. He comes to us from Whiting, Indiana, with a record of 20 victories, 4 KOs to his credit, with only 6 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Eric Jakubowski. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white, trimmed with blue, and weighing in at 149 pounds. From Jersey City, New Jersey, his professional record, an outstanding 31 victories, 26 by KO, with 4 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, the former junior lightweight champion of the world, Arturo Thunder Gatti.
Center of the ring. Cheap seconds only, center of the ring. All right, gentlemen of boxing, rules of New York State Athletic Commission. I expect a clean fight, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Shake hands, come out boxing at the bell. Good luck.
All right, Arturo Gatti looking to make a short appearance here tonight against a pasty-looking opponent whose brother once fought Julio Cesar Chavez.
Jakubowski said to us yesterday, well, I saw the mistake Gamache made. He stood in front of Arturo. I'm not going to do that. We shall see.
Jakubowski reminds me of an old story about a boxing manager, Johnny Gray. He would load up guys and take them to Ohio, and they would only say, bring them back alive, Johnny Gray. Not if you win or if you lose. Just come back alive. Bring them back alive.
Jakubowski wants to go back alive to Whiting, Indiana. And Gatti starts off conservatively as Jakubowski, true to his word, is moving side to side. Now he takes a left hand to the body and is willing for a moment to stand and throw with Gatti. Jakubowski gets in 2 left hooks. Crowd likes it.
I think that could be the worst mistake he can make tonight, trying to hit this guy. He loves it.
Well, that's a mistake Gamache made.
Box him and stay out of that fight.
2 good body shots by Gatti. 2 right hands upstairs by Jakubowski. And a left hook by Jakubowski, giving a much better account of himself than I certainly would have expected. And I think others at ringside are equally as surprised.
And already there appears to be a little bit of a welt under the right eye of Gatti.
Well, as you know, in the old days when we had Gatti fighting against quality fighters like Manfredi and Ivan Robinson, we used to say he started swelling coming out of the dressing room.
And then bleeding on the way.
That's right. Bleeding during the introductions.
Boy, he's going down to the body.
Yeah, and now he's going to set up upstairs shots with those body shots. Not worrying too much about whether Jakubowski lands.
You've got to be a world-class fighter to exchange fight punches with a man like Gatti. You just can't be a guy who hasn't fought in years.
384 days out of the ring for Eric Jakubowski before coming in against Arturo.
Jack should just run and jab, run, jab, run, jab.
Arturo with 2 more good shots to the body. Now Jakubowski starting to bunch his elbows at rib side, and that's going to lead to the upstairs shots.
Oh, those body punches have been so damaging now.
Right hand lands. Jakubowski momentarily drops his hands. Gatti steps in. And Eric shows he's got a little bit of professional skill before Gatti deposits him on the seat of his pants with the left hook.
6.
It was those
7,
body punches that led to that.
How do you feel, man? Continue.
Some in the crowd and at ringside were urging Jakubowski to stay down, but he wants to come out for the second round, and he will.
You're too carried away up there, Ben. You all right? You all right? You gotta stay with the boxing, man. Okay, breathe and relax now, okay? You're making them miss them big shots. That's what you want. Stay with the boxing for a minute, okay?
Move your foot a little bit, bounce a little bit, okay? Bounce a little bit. Hold the ring. You're working too much in position. You understand what I say? Move your foot, okay? You're gonna go in this run. Don't try so hard, okay?
Close your eyes.
What we have here is Arturo Gatti beating up on a college kid who wants to be a social worker.
That left hook he had, world class.
It is, isn't it?
Doesn't matter who it is, they would hurt.
And if I'm not mistaken, this may be the first full welterweight that Gatti has fought.
Jacko is jabbing and moving like his corner told him this time. Good, keep moving. Don't do that, just keep moving.
That'll do. That's it. Jakubowski looking as he reels from side to side in the ring, not unlike the way Reyes Munoz looked up in Connecticut last year.
Oh, that's when your legs are doing the talking.
All right, Arturo, that's enough. Go back to the big leagues. Right?
Yeah, I remember being knocked down like that, and you see your legs trembling, and you say, "Don't do that in front of this crowd." And your legs say, "Yeah,
you can't
this is
control it at all.
embarrassing," and you say, "Don't," and they do.
He probably thought at the moment he got up that he was going to be okay,
yeah,
right?
He knew, but the legs, they have a voice of their own.
I did catch him in the first round. He cut me that shit right on the button. No, I mean, I caught him.
Oh, Eric Jakubowski talking about exactly what we talked about. He caught Arturo with 2 left hooks in the first round.
Oh, they'll go back home and say,
oh, yeah.
I did get him once, didn't I? Yep.
Absolutely, yeah.
Give me another drink. Find me another. I got him with 2.
I put some swelling under his eye.
Yeah.
Here's the end of the fight. Uppercut, right cross.
Yeah, see, I almost kicked him.
Boom, shakalaka. So Arturo Gatti has a 3rd consecutive win in a 3rd consecutive egregious mismatch. And for the moment, the New York State Athletic Commission and the promoters who put this card together appear to have escaped any dangerous situation. There is no gurney at ringside. Jakubowski is not yet headed to a hospital. And a big sigh of relief is being breathed around the arena. They dodged one right there. Let's go into the ring for the official particulars on the KO with Michael Buffer.
Gentlemen, referee Wayne Kelly calls a halt to this bout. The official time, 40 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by TKO victory. He's bringing thunder to the welterweight division, Arturo Thunder Gatti.
Anybody.
That must be a body.
Final punch stat numbers. And this is tantamount to looking at the statistics in the Georgia Tech-Cumberland game that Tech won 222-0. Total punches, Gatti lands 44-19 for Jakubowski and 84-51 thrown. That's in 4 minutes of action. Power punches, when a fighter lands 39 of 62 power punches, you have looked at a wipeout. And let's see what Arturo has to say for himself as he looks down the road toward bigger and more competitive things. Larry.
All right, thank you. Arturo, congratulations. Now, that's the first time you've ever fought a welterweight. You feel any difference?
Well, as a real welterweight, this is the first time, and yeah, I mean, punching power is harder, and I was kind of slow tonight. You know, I was hard on my legs because I was slow, and you know, my upper body I wanted to throw, my legs didn't follow too good, but you know, we'll see on the next one how I feel at 47. And if I don't, I like it at 47.
Well, why is that? Is 147 not a good weight for you then?
No, it's great. 147 is good for me. I feel comfortable on it, but it was the first time tonight that I trained as a welterweight and to fight as a welterweight 147. It was kind of hard on me, but I like to fight at 147, definitely.
Are you through with these type of fights? Do you want to go back up to the big leagues now?
Well, I think I should. You know, and I came back. I needed these fights for myself because I had some tough fights. And you know, my manager, he's the one that gets my fights. And you know, I fight whoever my manager brings, and I think it's time for us to step up.
And you want to
make a position.
And you want to fight Oscar De La Hoya if he wins next month?
Oh, definitely in September. If it's hopefully it's possible, I'd love to fight Oscar De La Hoya at the end of the year.
You think you have a big enough punch against a big, good, or maybe outstanding welterweight?
I think he's a great a great fighter, best in the world, but hey, I'm 147 pounds. I want to fight the best. So Oscar is the best. So I should have an opportunity to fight him also.
Thank you very much.
You, Larry.
Jim.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Larry. And thank you, Arturo. Congratulations.
Correction, according to Larry Hazard, who told me in the ring after our interviews, he did not tell the referee to watch for an injury to Mashinsky. He was merely asking Mashinsky whether the cut came from a butt or from a punch.
In association with Bally's Park Place Casino Resort and Budweiser, the undisputed, undefeated king of beers, This Bud's For You presents the HBO Boxing After Dark main event of the evening, 10 rounds, lightweights. Ring officials assigned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board. Your judges at ringside are, from Ardsley, New York, Melvina Lathan; from Landing, New Jersey, Ed Leahy; and from Cedar Grove, New Jersey, Steve Weisfeld. Your referee for this event, from Newark, New Jersey, Earl Morton. Introducing now the principals first. In the red corner to my right, wearing the blue trunks with the gold trim, he weighs in at 135 3/4 pounds with a professional record of 25 victories, 2 defeats, and 10 wins coming by way of knockout. He hails from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, introducing mighty Ivan Robinson. His opponent in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks, weighing 136 pounds, with a professional record of 29 victories, 2 defeats, 24 wins coming by way of knockout. He boxes out of Jersey City, New Jersey, ranked number 7 in the world by the Budweiser ratings of Fight Game magazine, former IBF junior lightweight champion of the world, Arturo Thunder Gatti. 10 rounds, lightweight.
No jokes. Y'all both received the same instructions. I expect you to obey my command. I want a good clean break and protect yourself at all times. Keep your punches up, touch gloves, and good luck, fellas.
Go on now, Martin.
Gatti told us that he was sick of having to fight a desperate fight. We'll see if he can do anything about it here.
These two guys were together in Pernell Whitaker's training camp before his fight with Oscar De La Hoya in June of 1997. They know each other well. They like each other. Ivan Robinson said he's a terrific guy. I think of him as a good friend. We'll still be good friends after the fight, but tonight we're going to get it on. And Robinson comes out throwing roundhouse rights to try to get Gatti's attention from the beginning, and Gatti misses with a wild left hook in return. Interesting piece of opening aggression by Ivan Robinson, who lands a right hand across the top. Maybe he's trying to cut Gatti in the first round the way Angel Manfredi did.
Yeah, he is, but if he's not careful, he's going to get caught with a big punch. And if he gets caught with that big punch from Gatti, it's going to be dangerous.
Well, the right hand is the vulnerability of Gatti. That's what he's been training to change by taking a sideways stance to his opponent rather than straight ahead. I don't know if it's working so far, Roy.
But already you see the style that Robinson wants to employ, entering, scoring points, trying to begin and finish the exchanges and then get back out. He wants to go in and move away.
There's some big punches on Arturo Gatti early too.
Ivan Robinson with a tremendous start in round number 1.
And here it is, a minute into the fight, and Gatti's left eye is already puffing.
This is what happens when two guys know each other well. They don't have to waste any time.
They've never sparred together, even though they spent weeks together in Whitaker's camp. It's a little unusual given the fact that they're the same size that they didn't spar. And Robinson said it never really occurred to me at that time that we might fight somewhere down the road. It was only later when I started thinking, wow, I like him so much, I might have to fight him. Good body shot by Gatti with the left hand. But another storm in return from Robinson. landed a right hand across the top. Good left hook by Ivan Robinson. Oh, hard left hook by Gatti.
Robinson is taking these punches pretty good right now. You can tell we're on Boxing After Dark already.
Oh yeah, this is a Boxing After Dark round 1. No question. This round reminds me a little bit of the 10th round of Bo Holyfield 1. First half of the round has belonged to Robinson. Second half of the round has belonged to Thunder Gatti.
This is a good fight here, Jim.
They know how to find each other, that's for sure. If you want to see guys who are going to hit and get hit, you found the right address tonight. HBO's Boxing After Dark.
Doesn't get much better than that. I've said that a few times over the years. Sometimes it even gets better than that.
Don't try to kill this guy, okay? Get back in the game plan, okay? You're following the guy. You got to cut the ring off him. You're following him. Try to kill him, okay? 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 You're doing great. Stay to the body. Stay to the body. But you got to go in behind the jab, okay? You got to go in behind the jab. And you got to keep dropping to the right, okay? Look here. Arturo, listen to me. You don't have to kill this guy, okay?
Well, so much for him not having to fight from desperation. Practically from the first 3 seconds of the fight.
And you saw that the left eye is already swollen and puffy. Gatti smiles as he stalks Robinson across the ring. And referee Earl Morton pulls him back. In round 1, Ivan Robinson threw 112 punches and landed 57 of them. Gatti 27 out of 80. More of Gatti's were power shots. Well, if step 1 of Robinson's plan was to damage Gatti's chronically swollen left eye, he's accomplished that.
Well, Robinson's condition is going to be a thing for him here. He has to be conditioned to go some time, because I don't think his punch power is going to knock Arturo out right now. He's going to wear him down a little bit more before he can knock him out.
Terrific right cross by Gatti.
Arturo can't knock him out because Arturo has that one punch power.
Gatti just punishing Robinson to the body and to the head in the first minute of round 2.
Those big shots take a lot out of you, though, Jim. Both throwing them and catching them.
And Ivan claimed that he's never been in better condition for a fight than is the case here. He learned from Philip Holliday what it means to out-condition your opponent.
Well, he's been in Philadelphia gym wars since he was 9 years old. And this looks exactly like that.
What would another loss do to Gatti's career, Larry?
Well, it wouldn't do him any good.
I'll tell you what, it wouldn't hurt him too bad, though, because people love to see a guy that fights like this.
Well, there's certainly nobody in the sport more worth buying a ticket to see if style is the issue. But he's got to keep winning to be marketable.
Robinson giving as good as he's getting, and sometimes better.
This requires no commentary. if you've ever seen boxing before, and you have even the vaguest sense of when it's good, you know what you're looking at.
The thing you have to wonder is with Артуро Гатти coming off the loss to Manfredi, why do you match him up to another boxer? Why don't you match him to a puncher?
Yeah, particularly a guy who can move the way Robinson can.
Easy for him because you stand in front of him. Okay. Use the jab, keep moving, make him round easy. Make it easy. Come on, pop the jab, step around, step around. You got to keep going around this way or that way.
You're right, Bob. Arturo, take your time. Don't try to kill this guy. Get in your rhythm, okay? Get in your rhythm. You want to take this guy into a few rounds, okay? And you got to think defense, okay? Hands up. You're doing a great job keeping your hand, but don't be afraid to fall away from that right hand, okay? You okay? You're following the guy.
This is a battle of one guy going and then the other. Here you see a fusillade of punches from Gatti upstairs, downstairs. Two good left hands, and now you're going to see Robinson answering later in the round. That big right uppercut looked about the hardest punch in the fight so far.
And your eyes might pop at first at the high connect percentage for Robinson. Over 50%, 52% to this point in the fight. But remember, the graphic showed you before the fight, Gatti's last 5 opponents have connected at a 51% rate. He eats half the punches that come his way.
You know, you ask yourself, can Robinson go like this for the entire 10 rounds? Well, he went sort of like this for 12 rounds against Philip Holiday. So if he's in great shape, then that's not going to be a problem for him, the pace of this fight.
I tell you what, this is a fight that fans can watch every day. You got a classic boxer and a classic puncher here, and this always makes for a terrific fight.
A classic boxer who's willing tonight to exchange. And you heard Ivan Robinson's corner asking him to exchange a little less. But so far, he continues to show a willingness to stand in there with Arturo and trade punches. Maybe because he's landing so much, it's hard to step away from it.
Yeah, it is, but I think Arturo is actually hurting his body some. I think Arturo hurt him bad with a left body shot just a few seconds ago.
Okay, let's keep it in. Come on.
Warning for low blow there from Earl Morton. Gatti taking the warning. Never took his eyes off of Robinson as he listened to Earl Morton.
Now, Robinson went to the same high school as Meldrick Taylor. Like Taylor, he has really good boxing skills. But like Taylor, he wants to get in there and trade, and sometimes that backfires.
The high school was Simon Gratz in Pennsylvania, or Philadelphia, I should say. They trade, and they trade, and they trade again.
But Robinson seems to be getting the best of it right now.
He is getting the best of it right now.
8 minutes of sustained brilliance by both fighters. Assault after assault after assault. Here comes Gatti.
Now blood coming from the eye of Gatti.
Well,
that was inevitable.
What took so long?
Hard left hook by Gatti. Backs Robinson up.
He's going for broke on that left hook, Jim.
But Robinson is taking everything from him.
Yeah, he is. And he's landing a good uppercut on the inside. Robinson is.
Robinson just targeting Gatti. Firing combinations and landing punch after punch. Gatti says, give me more. I love this kind of fight.
It's who he is and what he does.
Up a little bit. That means put pressure on, but make him miss. You ain't got to kill him with every shot, okay? You hear what I'm saying? Yeah. You hear what I'm saying? Don't try to kill this guy. Just make it easy. Make this round easy, okay? Keep touching to the body. You don't have to kill him with it, all right? but you walk in behind the jab. Don't let him hit you with the right hand.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Hey, come on. I'm gonna have your help.
Hey.
Robinson has always had good skills. Here you see him using it to elude Gatti, hit him with combinations. 2-punch combination followed by a 3-punch combination. Good work from Ivan Robinson.
Harold, how'd you score the first 3 rounds?
Jim, I got it 30-27, 3 rounds to nothing. Ivan Robinson. I think he's bugging him in this war. I'll be honest with you. And I'll tell you something else. I don't think Arturo Gatti really sees that right hand coming, because that left eye is really swelling badly. And if you watch Robinson, every time he throws a right hand, he connects. So far, I'm clean punching alone. I've got Ivan Robinson winning every round.
I have the same score. Fairly obvious.
Yeah. I mean, the drama would appear to be established already. Can Gatti land enough thunder to score a knockout? Will Robinson stick to his game plan enough to last in the fight and score a decision victory?
Robinson obviously sees this as a crossroads fight. He told us this is his Olympics. This is his championship fight. If he was going to be a professional fighter who could make money, he had to make his stand here, and he is making it.
I tell you what, Arturo Gatti is going to have to start blocking some of these punches or slipping them, because he won't be able to take this peckling like this all night.
Ivan Robinson feels as though he hasn't gotten as much attention as he deserved in his career. So he relished this opportunity to step back into the spotlight and look ahead to bigger things. What a statement it would be on how every fight could be different if Robinson were unable to beat the light-hitting Philip Holiday, but able to beat the thunderous punching of Arturo Gatti.
Well, styles make fights. Philip Holiday is a good fighter that throws multiple punches just like Ivan Robinson. He's more experienced at fighting that type of a fight than Robinson, but they're fighting the same fight. In this matchup, you have a classic boxer against a classic puncher.
And there's the classic puncher doing his work. Right hand over the top by Gatti.
I thought Robinson was a little bit out of balance. As he turned sideways, he got caught. But it is a clear knockdown, and it puts Gatti back in the fight in terms of the scoring.
Yeah, 2-point round would be huge for Gatti at this point.
He needed something real bad, and he made it happen.
And that brings the chance of Gatti back from the crowd. And Arturo tries to respond as round 4 of a great battle comes to a close. And the two good friends smiling and laughing with one another after 4 rounds of spirited warfare. Oh, that's great to see.
Lovely.
Well, they winked at each other just before the fight started.
Everything's okay. Put it in there. Put it in there. Now listen to me, goddammit. Listen to me. Listen. You see how good you did when you took your time? Then at the end you tried to kill him, didn't you? Why do you do that? Take your time, okay? It's gonna come. Okay? You listen to me. You hear what I'm saying?
Open up. Go down the middle. Bing, bing. 1, 2. He swallowed up.
Win the fight with a jab and the right hand up.
Take a look at the knockdown. There you can see it hit Robinson. The punch landed Robinson high on the head and sort of almost muscled him over rather than knocked him over.
Maybe that extra 8 pounds, huh?
That could be. And there's always something about those punches right up on the top of the head or very high on the head.
Well, they can make you lose your balance. Exactly right, Jim.
In round 4, Gatti landed 29 of 82 punches. Robinson 31 of 68. So that was the first frame in which Gatti actually threw more punches than Ivan. And you heard Bob Waring telling Gatti, stick to your boxing. Don't try to knock him out with 1 punch.
Oh.
It's going to come if you're patient. Robinson landing the uppercut.
Good uppercut by Ivan Robinson. That's the punch his corner told him to go to earlier in the fight.
You know, they made this a 10-round fight because Gatti felt that if the fight with Manfredi had been 10, they would have let him finish it. But he might have needed 12 against Robinson.
Gatti with the left hook combination, body and head. Robinson comes back with a flurry of right hands. Both men scoring in the first minute of the fifth.
Now Arturo is slipping some of those punches.
You saw the cut under Gatti's left eye. So since it is under the eye instead of over it, the blood won't be seeping into his eye. Maybe he preserves a little more visibility that way, although, as Harold Letterman pointed out, the eye is badly swollen as well. Good right hand by Gatti.
I tell you what, Gatti is doing exactly what Waring told him to do. He's punching, throwing light punches, trying to win the fight first. He's not trying to kill with every punch, and he's landing a lot more punches that way.
Great right hand by Robinson.
Beautiful 1-2 by Robinson.
This is a 10-round fight, not a 12-round fight. No official title at stake. So as we reach the end of round 5, we are coming to the halfway point in the bout. And that makes the knockdown for Gatti in the last round even more important. As Larry pointed out, he got him back into the fight on the scorecards, or should have anyway. Oh, good right hand by Gatti, good left hand by Robinson. Come on. Both men still landing with great frequency.
Oh, good right hand by Robinson.
Ivan Robinson having a big night as he tries to set up the upset victory over Arturo Gatti, which would energize his career.
Hold it there. Hold it. I got this here. Hold it. I got this here. Close your eyes. Okay. Oh, don't blow your nose. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Don't worry about it. Put your hands foot now. Okay. Look. Take your time, okay? All right. Nice and easy, baby. Look. Hey.
Take none off. You got the turn, Ivan. Ivan, you make the fight easy when you give him angles. You give him angles, hit him with combinations, he go. That's it.
All right.
Make it easy.
Man, deep breath.
Don't show up for the people out there. They can't help you if you get in trouble.
Right.
You got to keep your mind on.
Take your time, okay? Take your time. Get in your rhythm. Get under the stuff, okay? Hold on. Don't walk me down. Give me a mouthpiece.
Every Gatti fight seems to be held in ER, the emergency room.
And now a delay as the ring rope is repaired. Just to the right of Ivan Robinson at the edge of the screen, there was a repair on the ring rope. That's done now. Gatti starts out popping 2 little jabs. In round 5, Gatti threw 106 punches. Robinson threw 96. Between them, they landed 77. So it continues as a war as we move into the 6th of a scheduled 10.
Robinson came into this fight as a 4 or 5-1 underdog. He is not an underdog anymore.
And those odds were a little lopsided to begin with, just because of the manifest skills that Robinson has demonstrated throughout his career as both an amateur and a pro. He knows how to fight.
That's right. Well, and he's taking a great punch here.
Taking a beautiful punch here, Larry.
That comes from conditioning, determination.
Taking a punch from a guy who outweighs him 8 or 9 pounds in the ring tonight. But in addition to constantly living in desperation in the ring, Gatti is constantly fighting the battle of making weight. at 135, or even more desperately prior to this at 130, and that takes a lot out of him too. He walks around at over 160.
Must have been hanging out with Vince Phillips.
I got you. Let him out.
Well, his left hook is just as stout as Vince Phillips' straight right hand.
Yes, it is. See, when he moved his head left and right, then Ivan couldn't pinpoint him to land a big shot on him. That's what he needs to do more, move his head.
Robinson stunning Gatti inside. The straight right hand stopped Gatti in his tracks. Arturo not throwing. Robinson with a chance for a knockout. Gatti holds on.
He was definitely wobbled and ready to be taken, but Robinson momentarily got tired and had to back off.
Now, when Gatti got into this kind of trouble against Gabriel Ruelas, Ruelas left openings, and Gatti landed the left hook that won him the fight. Robinson has to be careful as he continues to land shots.
And there it was.
Oh, he got caught with a big punch.
Look, can you believe this guy? Can you believe
this
Gatti?
is unbelievable.
This is him. He can't walk into nothing big either, though, Jim.
So both men come close to scoring knockouts in round number 6.
And Gatti finishes stronger.
Combinations, I want you to fall. Hey, don't stand up there straight when you... All right, let it go. Let it go.
Here we see Robinson landing this real devastating flurry, and at the end of the round, when Robinson thought he had him finished, that right hand turned the tide.
Gatti comes out and attacks with the left hook. The left eye really bothering Arturo between rounds.
Well, that great script writer in the sky has written another Gatti script.
Yes, he has.
Harold, how do you have it through 6?
This is absolutely unbelievable. 57, 56, 4 rounds to 2. Ivan Robinson. I got Ivan Robinson by 1 point. The 5th round was the critical round of the fight, Jim. Could have gone either way. I really thought Robinson outfought him in the 5th round, so that's where I got Robinson by a point. But let me tell you, this is sensational.
But you gave the 6th round to Gatti.
Oh, without question. He almost had him out at the end of the 6th round.
Yeah, but Robinson almost had him out in the middle of the 6th round.
But Jim, I thought Gatti's punches were much more devastating at the end. You had to give it to Gatti.
All right.
I had the score the exact same way. You recall I said at the end of the round, Jim, he's finished the stronger fighter.
The eye on Gatti is really closing bad. He needs to make something happen pretty quickly here if he can.
Well, he's not really dangerous until it's totally closed.
Well, you remember, he's not following his own advice, Robinson. Remember, he said that when you hurt Gatti, that's when you got to get out of there.
Yeah, but
he hurt Gatti and went after him and caught a punch that turned the tide.
And his corner told him, don't fight for the crowd. Fight a smart fight. Stay away from the guy when you hurt him.
Yeah, the guys in his corner saw the Ruelas fight. They know what happens when you chase Arturo Gatti. There's one thing George Foreman always says, don't chase a big puncher. Right hand over the top by Robinson. Ooh. Left hook lands for Robinson. Gatti not able to find the target as much in round number 7.
Robinson seems weary too, though.
Both fighters very tired.
Good left hook to the body by Arturo. Every round Robinson wins now, a possible step toward the upset victory.
Stop on this. Step out, step out. Come on. All right, let's go.
They're throwing some big punches at one another now, Jim. Both guys looking for a knockout.
All right, just walk out clean. Come on.
Blood flowing from the cut under Gotti's eye as Robinson lands combination after combination.
On the bell, fellas.
Robinson fought a smarter round in that round.
Good round. Took the crowd out of the fight, too. Took the crowd back out of the fight.
I got it, Joe. I got it. Okay. Oh, all right. Relax, baby. Breathe in, Joe. Hey, Arthur. Breathe in. Let me see you breathe in. Nice. That's nice and easy. Nice and easy. Arturo, buddy. You gotta go in behind the jab, okay? You can't go in empty, okay? You hear what I'm saying? Behind that shoulder and behind the jab. I know you're tired, but you gotta be good behind that shoulder, okay? Don't give him nothing. When he starts firing, I want you tick-tock, okay? You okay? Come on now. Only a couple of rounds, baby. A couple of rounds. It's anybody's fight now. Anybody's fight. All I have to do is put it on the front. Come here. All I got. Back my left. Okay.
Well, they told us before the fight it would be Bob Waring and not Lou Duva who would be doing most of the talking in Gotti's corner, and that has been true throughout the fight.
Right now, Gatti needs the U.S. cavalry because he's probably a couple points behind.
And you heard Bob Waring saying that he wanted Gatti to go in behind the jab. Arturo has landed only 41 out of 247, 1/6, 17% of his jabs in the fight. So he may be thinking, why should I be going in behind my jab? I'm not even landing a thing.
He said to go in behind the jab for defensive purposes. Maybe that jab deflect the right hand some when he's coming in.
He wants to land left hooks. Ivan Robinson with a brilliant performance through the first 7 rounds, seeming to pile up a lead on the scorecards as he goes into the last 3. An underdog against the living lightweight legend Arturo Gatti. And that legend may be taking a step toward extinction tonight.
Both fighters seem to be catching a little bit of a simple win now.
Yep. They both look tired at the end of 7. Gatti trying to go back to boxing. Robinson definitely moving faster on his feet now than he did in the rounds preceding this one.
I think he's trying to start boxing and stand away like he should have been doing the whole time now.
Well, you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but if you're Ivan Robinson, in the back of your mind, you got to be thinking 7 more minutes and I've won this fight.
Now you keep taking punches like that, though, Jim.
Yeah, well, Gatti has landed some hard punches, and Robinson has taken them very well. He may be the biggest guy we've seen Gatti fight, and he seems to be handling the power reasonably well.
More and more, Robinson making Gatti chase. But Gatti continuing to land when he's able to get in close.
Stop punching, walk out, walk him out.
Good right hand by Ivan Robinson.
Big right hand and a big left hook by Gatti, trying to score that one dramatic punch that'll turn the fight around for him. 6 minutes to go.
Let's walk it out. All right.
You did great. That was a good round for you. You can do that all day, okay? And you didn't let him get hit with nothing, okay? You've got good defense. Way to fall. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, okay. That's a good jab. Okay, now take your time. We got 2 more rounds, okay? 2 more rounds. All right, let me get this. Yeah, okay. You all right? You okay? That water. Hey. You okay? Give me.
Touch him in soft spots. Put it down there in the soft spot. Come on. Ivan, this fucking fight too close for you to let it go.
Okay. Easy, baby.
This bum can't beat you. If you get busy and get the movement and get your angles and shit, you understand?
Gatti liked that round. Every time he's landed some good punches, however, you see Robinson coming back.
Robinson landing at 49% through the course of the fight. Gatti landing at 32%. Arturo's punches packing a little more power perhaps, but Robinson has the advantage of directing the judge's attention to Gatti's badly damaged left eye throughout the fight, because he got it to swell and to bleed after only 1 round. Bob Waring urging Gatti to box. And Arturo has managed to stay behind the jab and keep his shoulders perpendicular rather than square to the opponent for the last couple of rounds. But it's late in a fight in which he is likely trailing on the scorecards.
Come on, don't tie him up. All right, stop punching. Let him out. Come on, Gatti, walk it out.
You know, Bob Waring seems to be doing a pretty good job with Arturo. This is his first time ever working out in front of a fighter, and it doesn't seem like it's too bad. I think a few more fights and he'll be a good trainer for Arturo Gatti. But he actually is good now.
But as you pointed out at the top, nobody's going to change Arturo much.
Not much at all.
If you're just talking about refining what is already a well-defined style.
And fine-tuning, that's right, exactly what you already have.
And while the odds may have been 4-1, as Larry pointed out, he's in against a really good fighter in Ivan Robinson.
Oh, that hurt Arturo Gatti.
Huge ninth round for Ivan Robinson, trying to finish Arturo Gatti off. Gatti wobbling, seemingly almost out on his feet. Watch him erupt with a big left hook here any minute.
He needs to put his hands on. He's taking too many punches here, Jim.
And there's the attempted eruption, but Robinson ducking the punches. Ivan Robinson fully in command now as we come down the stretch of the ninth. Thunderous left hook landed for Gatti, but Robinson's okay.
You ask me what Gatti's future holds. Because of his exciting style, Jim, there will always be good fighters willing to fight him. Maybe a rematch is in his future.
With them double uppercut shots, baby. You understand? Don't be trying to knock that guy out. Don't worry about trying to knock him out. Win the fight, win the fight. You need this round. Okay. How many times I told you this? Too many. All right then. You know what I'm talking about? Give this guy nothing, okay? Take this guy and you gotta come down. You gotta come down.
Early in the round, Gatti getting wobbled by some of Robinson's stiff, straight punches right there.
And Gatti landed only 2 out of 34 jabs in the ninth round. He will go with power punches in the 10th to try to pull it out against good friend Ivan Robinson. Harold, how do you have it going into the 10th?
Jim, 6 rounds to 3, 86, 84. Mighty Ivan Robinson. Jim, I got to tell you, I haven't seen a performance like this from a